The whole aim of you playing an instrument or singing, what is the aim of that? You see, when you're singing, for example, just for your pleasure, for your happiness, and you are playing an instrument that you feel proud about what you're doing, of course that come from a place where the ego is exalted, you know. So you're doing it for pleasing yourself. How long does that happiness last? It doesn't last for a long time. So when you are singing in bhajan, for example, and when you are playing an instrument for the sake of pleasing the Lord Himself, it's a different attitude itself. So into that, you completely forget about yourself. You see, when you are singing, when you see somebody is singing and dancing for the Lord, he's not thinking, how am I dancing? You see, in the temple here or in darshan or wherever, you see people dance all kind of dance, you know. But they are not thinking about themselves. So they are absorbed of saying, yes, I'm singing for the sake of the Lord. I'm not thinking, yes, now I will sing like this and God will be happy. The moment you think like that, then it is I, you know, I am singing. It is how I'm singing, you know, what I am singing, you know. So this changed the whole thing. But when a devotee sings, the devotee don't think. Of course, the devotee have to practice. Of course, we can't just sit there and start singing like a frog. You know, you are not a frog. Yeah. So if you want to please the beloved Lord, you know, you have to train yourself and sing in a nice way. Also, this is your seva. This is your what you bring forth towards the Lord. So you want Him not to have an ear problem, you know. You want to please Him, you know. Imagine you start singing and He have to put His hand on His ears, blocking His ears. Said, oh my goodness, it's beautiful, I appreciate your devotion, but it is painful for my ears. So it's a different mode. I don't think, you know, Bhagwan will appreciate what you're giving to Him, even if it is like a frog you're singing. But from your point of view, when you want to please somebody, you give the best of yourself. Now, because for whom are you doing it? You're doing it to please Him. So inside of your mind when you're singing, you're not thinking about yourself, you're thinking about Him. So a devotee, when he's singing bhajan, he's playing music or he's dancing in the tune, you know, is to please the Lord Himself. Not his own ego or her own ego. So this is a different. When one sings for one's own pride, you know, one is so well aware of every moment, how am I singing? You know, even when they are there, am I singing right or wrong? I'm singing this tune proper or not, you know. But a devotee don't, you know, the devotee train themselves and they pour out their heart to the beloved Lord, you know, to please the one to whom they are singing. So it's not about watching oneself or judging oneself. It's about for whom, what is your aim in singing? You're singing for yourself or to please Him, or you are singing to please Him only, not singing to please yourself firstly, then Him. So, like I said to you, when you sing, you give your best into it. You know? It's like a child, you know, when a child is singing. Of course, a child, when they sing, whatever they hear, they will just sing it out. but they are singing without thinking. This is a different innocence in itself, you know? Because the child, you see, whatever the child hears, the child, like I said yesterday, what the parent have taught the child have the child took from the parents. So, like that, you see. But it is in pure innocence. The same way, you see, when it is devout of your mind itself, even if you're singing not in the right way or the right tune or whatever, Bhagwan will appreciate it, because that devotion which you are singing, with that love that you are singing, that's what he longed for. He don't long for the word. He don't long for how much you're praising him, with beautiful words and all this stuff. Many people praise him with beautiful words, but that words of praise doesn't reach him, because if that word of praise doesn't have that longing and the love inside of it, it don't, make any effect. It doesn't have any power in itself. But if that longing, when you're singing, you're dancing, you're playing music, whatever you're doing in life, if it have that longing and that yearning for him, that love for him, and what what it is for him, what you're doing it, in your daily life, whatever you do, you're doing it for him. You're singing for him. So when this becomes clear for you, then you will see that come to him.